Alright, I like to start off each message with saying, I hope for blessings of peace and love, truth, justice, balance, and freedom in all you guys' lives. Once again, you can call me Amani. And today's episode, I kind of wanna, talk to you guys about why I think we're science experiments, or maybe why people are not realizing that we are. And it all starts with the way that they have us eating, the way that they have us living, and the way that they have us holding our mindset in the society that we're in today. And everything is genetically modified. Yeah, we have people protesting, all over the country about that we're not science experiments, and actually getting the genetically modified food labeled. But my thing is, why the hell do you really need to get it labeled? Just get the shit banned. If it's genetically modified and it's not good for us, just get the shit banned. I mean, yeah, I know once upon a time, original tomatoes and all original fruits and vegetables, they were a lot smaller than they are today, so I get it. Economic growth, money, balance, yada yada, land, I get it. Whatever. But the point is, that just means we need to be able to organize systems to work better together. We don't have to live the way that we're living. The way that they have us living, from all the junk food and everything that you see in the regular supermarkets today. All that shit is genetically modified. All that shit is fucking up. Fucking up our mind and reprogramming our DNA. And when I mean that, I don't mean it in a good way. Because it's not evolving us, it's actually devolving us. But the fluoride that they're putting in our water, come on. If you don't know, you should know that sodium fluoride for sure is an active ingredient in rat poison. And it's a neurotoxin. And it's messing up our brain. Okay, along with them putting mercury and all kind of ingredients that we use in products to wash our clothes and our hair and etc. in our vaccines, and they call them safe, and they're saying that we need them. How is that? I'm not understanding that. Everybody that I have ever known, for some reason, they seem to have to get their wisdom teeth taken out by the age of 21 because of the wisdom teeth are growing to their other teeth. Now, why is this with everybody? Why nobody is able to have their wisdom teeth? But that's not the main topic. They have all kinds of shit that they say is safe and purified, even in the baby water. So it goes as far as the kids. And I'm a type of person that feels that we should always put the kids first. And if we're gonna put sodium fluoride, something that's a neurotoxin, in something that we would call purified water, it's not purified. That doesn't make any sense. Because since the 1970s and the skyrocket of them upscaling the way that they brought, all kind of chemicals and pretty much turned the United States into just like a dump site for chemicals and experiments with products that they come up with. It's like you can't even completely go vegan, because if you do, none of that stuff is safe. So my thing is, we're not getting back to our roots. There was a time where communities would work together, separate nations, all kinds of farmers, etc., doctors, whatever, and people would work as a community. Families would help families. But it seems like we can't do that today. People protesting about GMO foods, and yeah, we need more people, up and out about what needs to be done. But I feel protesting is not doing enough, because not only that, we got protesting about religion and Muslims saying Christians should die, and anybody who don't believe in our prophet should die, and Christians saying whoever don't believe in Jesus should die, and yada yada. It's like my God versus your God. We sound like comic books. I don't understand it. So to me, I feel like that's a science experiment on our imagination. Countries like India and China are about a good 50, 100 years ahead of us as far as consciousness. You know, They're just now finding out in the world today that your consciousness is separate from your brain. But we got countries like Israel that's banning fluoridization, and all over Europe, and all over, and actually several countries in Africa and parts of the East. So why is that not really going on all over the US? We should be having that too. It's because we continue to let them lie to us. We continue to let them place their agenda in front of us and not give us a chance to see fit for ourselves. I mean, the reflection of the mirror that you see every day is decided for you. The way that they have us thinking from the moment that we have a child, they want you to give them a hepatitis such and such vaccine and this and that. First of all, you don't get hepatitis unless it's a sexually transmitted disease or some type of, infection with somebody else's blood and all that. Why would you need that right when you're, come on? They giving all kinds of reasons why they say vaccines important, why they say this procedure is important, why they say, oh, you need to put your child need to have all vaccines before entering school at 5 years old. First of all, how are they even deciding for us what year our child should go to school? You see what I mean? Everything is decided for us. Even when they say you should kick your child out of the house, everything's decided for us. And at the same time, all we doing is protesting, praying, and preaching. Like, I get it. We need that type of support in a form, but if there's no action behind the opportunity that's taking place, what are we doing with it? Because to me, it just seems like all we're doing is just killing off this planet, killing off each other, and wasting time. They say a lot of people now say they're not a science experiment, but they still eat the way that they do every day. And I'm not knocking nobody for eating meat, because I still eat meat, but I happen to try to take time to watch where I shop, as if anybody else should. They should watch where they shop. If you're not going to a local farmer market where you can find out where they getting their food from exactly, then you should spend more time putting investment into growing your own. Take time to get a purifier and stop giving our kids these waters that have all this fluoride in it. The infant water tell you straight up it's added fluoride, and we're still giving it to them. It's just like the way that they got people with the cigarettes. So it tells you on the side, warning, lung cancer, but people still go through 2-3 packs by the end of the day. And we watch them give our kids these shots, and we know that shit hurt. We know it hurts us in a way that I'm not even sure anybody else can understand between one another. But we need to know not just what we're eating, we need to know everything that's going on. If we're not connected with the way this country is run, separate nations or whatever, then why are we here? Pretty soon, it's going to be nowhere to go. Pretty soon, your 5-year-old, 7-year-old son is going to have to pick up a gun. In the same breath, at this very moment, we got people doing the same things that you see in this picture. With people talking about often with their heads. Little kids holding up posters, God hates you, you're going to die, all this extra stuff. Is that really what a little boy should be doing? Shouldn't he be learning math and science? Shouldn't he be trying to become the next doctor or the next scientist to help us move forward in the future and actually find out what time that we're really in? I'm more aggravated with seeing how organized people could be to protest about their beliefs more than something that's actually a fact and something that's actually gonna move us forward in life. People getting more stuck in their beliefs, it divides people more and more. You know, it's like a quote that I put up the other day. I said religion equals division, and spirituality equals peace. You know, so as we have more religion, there's a religion break off from another religion, and Catholics, Christian break off from Catholic, Jews break off from that, Muslim break off from that, all that, and it's all different sections of the same shit, different timelines. You know, different timelines. But then when you get into the actual archaeological discoveries and you know, I don't really want to get deep into that. I'll save that for another video. You know, there's a lot of research that I've been doing on that with history, and I'll save that for another video. But it's like we wasting time protesting while we still got little kids in Africa and India starving, families starving. They probably our families, we don't even know. I bet if you walk down the street and ask somebody what's their nationality, what's their bloodline, they can't tell you. They can't tell you where their grandfather's grandfather came from. You know, but it's like we need to see that we are science experiments right now, and we need to do more than standing up with our hands up yelling "Don't shoot." You know, and yeah, Mike Brown, R.I.P., Trayvon. So I mean, the list goes on. You know, they kill somebody in Chicago every week. You know, so it's like the list goes on. R.I.P. to all of them. But it's like we need to do more than that. Because I guarantee at the end of the day, after we leave these protests, we still going to the McDonald's. We still buying shoes from whatever. You know, we still going to whatever restaurant. And it's like we need to be more like Peru. GMO free zone. GMO free zone. You know, screw the label shit. Just ban it all. You know, screw the label shit. Just ban it all. But that's my thing. You know, I got this little project going on, in you know, I'm studying being a social scientist, and I got this little cultural history project going on where I'm kind of really studying the aspects of society and, you know, the whole economical totality of the way that countries are run based off principles and, you know, intelligence, conscious, all of that, you know. So this is just based off of the study of what I see. This is all shit that people can look up, that we're losing Africa and we're losing India due to the way that climates are today. You know, that's sad. You know, that's sad. We're losing countries due to how we got the climate. Due to the industrial revolution. I mean, I can't say I'm a big activist with global warming, but I recognize it. I recognize that I need to do more. Every day that I learn something new, I only realize that I need to know more. I only realize that I don't know enough yet. So, you know, as I'm learning, I gotta help people see we are definitely science experiments, and the poverty rate is just gonna go higher and higher. You know, and they're at this position where they doing this depopulation thing, and I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist because there ain't no theory if it's an actual fact and all this extra. I don't need to get into that. You know, I don't need to get into that. You guys see it, so it's just another messenger trying to deliver the message. We need to wake up. We need to wake up. Spirituality should be something that we build our life around. You know, well, our life should be built around our spirituality. Vice versa, however you want to say it. You know, and with that, we just really need to start coming together on people and see that word science experiments, black, brown, red, yellow, it don't even matter. Color don't matter. You know, but it seems like religions matter more. You know, what you call yourself and what you call yourself when you pray matters to the person more than the way that you carry your family. somebody would degrade you because you tell them that you're a Muslim and their family is a Christian or whatever, you feel me? They'll degrade you in all kind of ways just because you tell them the stuff that you believe in. But what we need to realize, we don't need to be believing in this shit. We don't need to be believing in that this world is gonna end. In the next 100 years, we're not gonna have this country. Next 50 years, we're not gonna have this country. I mean, we can't necessarily fix all of it. We can't beat Mother Nature, but we can surely give her a helping hand.